The Texas Attorney General's office responded to lawmakers who were still hoping to hear testimony from a death row inmate whose case has become a flashpoint of controversy.
Robert Roberson was scheduled for execution last month, but a subpoena from a Texas House committee postponed that from being carried out and kicked off a constitutional battle that is now before the state Supreme Court. KPRC2's Robert Roberson has been keeping up with every development in the case. He's joining us live in the newsroom. Robert, what is the AG's office saying at this point?
What it's been saying since the night of Robert Roberson's scheduled execution, and that is the justices on the Texas Supreme Court made a mistake when they allowed a restraining order from lawmakers to remain in place. The Attorney General is arguing what was allowed to happen is a violation of the separation of powers clause in our state constitution. Lawmakers on the House Criminal Jurisprudence Committee believe Robert Roberson deserves a new trial. The committee is investigating why a law passed more than 10 years ago to address questions in cases like Roberson's is not as effective as intended. The night before his execution, lawmakers subpoenaed Roberson to testify. They filed a restraining order to make sure the Texas Department of Criminal Justice didn't carry out the execution before they got his testimony. The matter went all the way to the Texas Supreme Court, which allowed the restraining order to stand, but did not answer the broader question of whether a legislative subpoena can trump a death warrant. That question remains before the court in this week. The Attorney General's office wrote in legal filings that what happened in this case poses grave constitutional consequences going forward and pushes the state to the brink of a constitutional crisis. The AG's office further asks the court to course correct because its recent order will have written the playbook for stopping any execution in its tracks going forward. Lawmakers and Roberson's attorney argue legislators' ability to draft laws is dependent on its ability to investigate, and their subpoena in no way impacted Roberson's actual death sentence, which still stands. The Attorney General's office also disputed lawmakers' reasons Roberson still hasn't testified before the committee, saying it's offered the committee the chance to interview him remotely. But lawmakers have said Roberson is on the autism spectrum and has communications difficulties, which makes questioning him in person imperative. The committee has no scheduled hearings coming up, so it's not known if Roberson will testify. Everyone is waiting on the Texas Supreme Court to make a decision before moving forward. As for his criminal case, conviction and death sentence, it's not clear whether any of that may be impacted by this legal battle. Live in the newsroom, Robert Arnold, KPRC 2 News.